All right, Shalom. Before I start, we give all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem Shai, B'Hashem Chacharash. Double honors to the Apostle and Elders of Greatmillstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim. Walk them, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. It's going to be another video, something I was thinking about based off last, what was it? Not last, or Friday that passed. Friday that had passed, I was listening to a video from Elder Apostle Tahar. And he was giving the breakdown on the, Songs of Solomon, the chapter and the verse where it's basically a parable where it's telling you, or it said oh, I wish that you, my brother, were as, oh, how I wish that you were as the son of my mother, that dwell with me. It's basically a parable that tells you of what we do, how we go out there and wake up the elect in the 1/3, and we try to convert them and bring them back into this truth. And it was my first time hearing the breakdown, so it had blown my mind open. And it just goes to show you that the elders and apostles that here at Greatmillstone that are set up by Yahweh B'Hashem Shai, they were given that title and that estate and rank for a reason. All right, so us being the disciples under them, all right, we are to understand and obey. I'm trying to think of the word, but I'll just start with the scripture. This is 1 Timothy 6:1. It says, "Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor." All right, which is true. We're under their yoke. They taught us. We came in under, and we teach accordingly. It says, "And not off no ass kissing, man pleasing." All right, if a brother goes off, we point it out. If somebody slips up and says slips, we'll be like, "Hey, no, brother, you meant to say." All right, for instance, say a brother says 2 + 2 is 5. No, brother, you meant to say 2 + 2 is 4. All right, or even someone over you. All right, the head of your camp may slip up, and you'll. It's like you may correct them. All right, and it's not out of disrespect. It's out of love. But showing you here at Greatmillstone, we're not man worshippers. All right. I task anyone to go search out these other camps. Look at IUIC or the Comfy's camp. Try to find any of his men, correct them on the line. All right, or something like that. All right. If Nate says 2 + 2 is 15, then all IUIC is going to say 2 + 2 is 15. All right. Continuing on, it says that the name of the Most High and his doctrine be not blasphemed. All right. So we work under our apostles and our elders, so the name of the Most High and his Son and this doctrine is not blasphemed. All right. That's why we give them double honors, because they taught us and they're teaching us in the right way. Verse 2, "And they that have believing masters, let them not despise them, because they are brethren, but rather do them service, because they are faithful and beloved, partakers of the benefit. These things teach and exhort." All right, so our masters are believing. All right, they believe in this faith just like us. So we're not to despise them. They're our brethren. All right, they're over us. They teach us, but they're our brethren. You look at shows, growing up. For those that ever watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all right, the Master Shredder, he was over the turtles, and they, even if all 4 of them ganged up against them, they wouldn't be able to defeat them. But they were all one big family, and that's how it is here. All right, but nevertheless, our elders and apostles, they're on a level that we have yet not to achieve. So to try to think that you're over them, or that like the guys who used to be here at Greatmillstone, Detroit, those idiots who thought that they were over them. All right, look where they're at now. The apostles are still going out there hard and strong, while them dudes go out maybe once in every 4 months. The guys who fell out of this camp. All right, and that when the apostle was breaking that down in Songs of Solomon, hey, there's still many cards up our apostles' sleeves that we don't even know exist yet. All right, they were set up over us for a reason. They know things that we simply don't know yet, or they know how to break things down in a clear-cut way in which we're still just learning ourselves. All right. All right. So basically, don't try to, we're not going to be able to overtake our senseis. All right. The disciples weren't over Yahushua, and it's the same way now. All right. Yes, Lord willing, we're all the elect. We're all striving for the same token. But those who know more, who have been in this longer, who are teaching still properly, all right, they're on a higher stead. That's just how it is. You just have to be able to accept that. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 7. It says, remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of the most high power, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. So remember those that are over us, all right, whose faith follow. All right, in the faith of our elders here, it's evident. They've been doing this when everyone else left in 2000. They remained. All right, when everyone, when you had the person, man, they've been Israelites when it wasn't even cool to be an Israelite. All right, so let me type this in. This wasn't going to be a long lesson. It's just something that came to mind. That's when the apostles was completely breaking that down. The apostle Tahar, it was blown. It was like, man, hey, we're just not. There's levels to everything in the world. All right, the lion is stronger than a what's the famous type of cat, man? I can't even think of any cat. Then a lion is over a calico cat. All right. A wolf is over a Rottweiler. All right. A bear is over, or I'll say a black bear is over a panda. There's just different. There's different levels to this truth. Let me see. Let me see. So let me double check something. This right here. This is John chapter 21, and I'm gonna start. Let's see. At verse 20, it says, and this was Yahushua. He was talking to Peter at an instant. He said, then Peter turning about, see if the disciple whom Yahushua loved, which was John, St. John, who, this book is titled after, says, which also leaned on his breast at supper and said, Lord, which is he that betrayeth thee? Peter seeing him saith to Yahushua, Lord, and what shall this man do? Verse 22, Yahushua said unto him, if I will that he tarry till I come, what is it to thee? Follow thou me. So basically, Peter seeing, it was everybody knew that John was was Yahushua's favorite disciple. All right, so it kind of it probably irked Peter, for him to ask Yahushua the question, but that's why Yahushua said this. Verse 22, Yahushua saith unto him, if I will that he tarry till I come, what is it to thee? Follow thou me. Then went this saying abroad among the brethren, that's it, verse 22 being the point. And I'm bringing this out to show a certain men in this truth are simply in a different stead with Yahushua than others. All right. Yes, Yahushua loves every single one of his elect and all the 1/3. With some, John is his homie. All right. That's just how it is. The apostles and elders were set up over us because whoever they were in the ancient world, they've been that person since the beginning. All right. So some of the elders that we see now are tighter knit. All right. And that's just how it is. But nevertheless, we're all still a part of the body, because although John was Yahushua's favorite, what did he tell Peter? Matthew 16:18. It said, and I say unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So although John was Yahushua's favorite, Peter was actually the head of the church. All right, and I'm bringing this out to show you, hey, you might only have been in this truth, 2 years, all right, 5 years, 10 years. Just because you're not an elder or a higher ranking man doesn't mean you're not important. All right, so don't be all, I can be an elder too. I can have my own camp. I know scriptures. That's not what this is about. All right, and if you watch the movie that came out in like 2007, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, I believe it was the turtle Raphael, who had the red bandana around his face. He got all butthurt. He was hating on Leonardo, and he tried to fight him, and he ended up getting his turtles. He ended up getting them turtle hands handed to him. All right. So this is not a man worshiping thing. It's not a pride thing. You just have to understand that there's men that were set up over. All right, let me see. There's simply men that are set up over the flock. All right, and those that are teaching properly and uprightly. All right, not these fucking simple demons, as what you would like to, and I'll give Nate as an example. That's not a proper elder. All right, that's making yourself a fool to an underling. Everything he says is literally anti-scriptural. The scripture says we need the name. He teaches, we don't know the name. All right, things like that. I'm just using him because he's the hot topic. All right, and everyone loves to demonize our apostles here at Greatmillstone. How many other elders and higher-ranking members of different camps, or just people that know their Israelite period, say that they've been out there every winter consistently? All right, every year consistently since learning this truth. All right, very few. All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 5. Hey, and this is for I'm gonna start at 1, because this is the message. This is the burden that the elders have to carry. All right, so really, you should be glad you're not an elder, because not only is it they have a responsibility. They have to deal with the fact that if they're leading men incorrectly, they'll be punished for it. They have to deal with people's problems. All right, so be glad you're not an elder. Just look up to them and do what you got to do, man. All right, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "The elders which are among you I exhort, whom am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Hamashiach." So Peter was an elder. All right, he was exhorting the elders that were set up over the other churches, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of the Most High Power which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. And here at Greatmillstone, that's what our apostles have done. Ain't no charges coming up of millions of dollars of embezzlement. All right, and they wasn't trying to be. They didn't. They give the stories of how things were. At One West. When they were coming up, they weren't. They didn't come in for filthy lucre's sake. All right, or their objective wasn't to get the reins so they could take control of the church. They weren't like that. All right, it says, "But willingly, not of not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind." All right, and they have the reins of a ready mind. And reins, I'm talking about REINS, the thing that you put around a horse's mouth in order to guide it. They have it willingly. All right, of a ready mind, not for filthy lucre, not to get money out of the congregation. That's why we're not sending hundreds of dollars per week up there to New York. All right, verse 3, "Neither is being lords over the Most High Power's heritage, but being in samples to the flock," and that they are. They're not lording over us. They're not in our pockets like Connie. All right, they're not forcing us to buy $400 camp kits in order to set up a camp. They're not forcing us to buy a Passover kit and forcing us to come attend the big New York Greatmillstone Passover. They're being examples to us. All right, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go down. And this is perfect. I'll end it on this. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. "Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For the Most High Power resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble." And examples of that being the niggas that came up against Moses. Moses was set up by the Most High. That's just how it is. And Moses wasn't on no nigga shit. Moses wasn't embezzling money. Moses wasn't trying to he didn't even want to do what the Most High called him to. But he had no choice. And those that resisted him all fell, even Pharaoh. And the same will happen now. Look at all the people that come up against the elders. They either fall out and go into the world, or it comes out that they was doing some wicked dirt. So be humble. All right. Have humility. All right. Submit yourself. Verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High Power, that he may exalt you in due time. All right. And that being the main point. In the kingdom, we're going to be on a great level. So we're all going to be exalted in due time. So don't worry about it. Just be glad that you're in this and fall in line, soldier. Grab the sword and the shield that was already put on the wall. You didn't have to go build the building. You didn't have to go manually forge that sword and shield and put the hook in the wall. When you showed up, the sword and the shield was already there, and the armor. Grab your gear and get in the battle. All right, we'll all be promoted in the kingdom in due time, Lord willing. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai B'Ashem Barchacharash, the waters to the Apostles and Elders of Greatmillstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim Wak Wakim, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. Hey, with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.